Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well by God's grace. Today I'm back with your next topic, which is Abhile. This is written by Abdul Ghani Sheikh, who is from Ladakh. The title Abhile means grandmother. That is a term we used to call our grandmother in Ladakh. Like we use Dadi, Dadima, Ammachi in Kerala. I call my Nani Ammachi. So this story is mainly about his grandmother and her reactions towards various things. Also, the main theme of this chapter is generation gap. I'll go through the chapter and I'll go through it theme wise, because although generation gap is the main theme, but there are many other smaller themes as well. And from your examination point of view, the theme part is very important. Theme I would like to start with is the simplicity of rural women. The chapter starts with Abhile praying for the safety of her granddaughter Rukshana, because she has come to know that an earthquake has happened in Turkey. She is so simple. She is not knowing anything about the world outside her small village. So she is very scared that because of the earthquake, her granddaughter might die. Hearing her cry and pray, the family members, they started laughing, which is a little bad because they were kind of making fun of her. They had to convince her and tell her that no, Abhile, Rukshana is safe in Srinagar and it is miles and miles away from Turkey, so there's nothing to worry. Next theme is inability to understand many things. There were many things that Abhile, she didn't understand. There was a reason why she was so scared about the well-being of Rukshana. That was because when Rukshana left for Srinagar, I guess in Kargil, the bus broke down. Now, when Abhile came to know that the bus had broken down, she didn't know the meaning of breaking down of bus. According to her, something bad had happened, some accident had happened, and that meant that all the passengers had died, including Rukshana. So the family members had to convince her otherwise, and they had to tell her that breaking down of bus does not mean the death of all passengers. It means that the bus is not working, it has faced some problem, and the driver will repair the bus and then it will again start and everything will be back to normal. But Abhile, she was not convinced completely. According to her, that was a bad start of Rukshana's journey, because something bad had happened. So since then she was having apprehensions. Apprehensions means वहम होना, घबराहट होना about something कि कुछ बुरा होगा. So that was the start, and since then she kept having bad feelings about Rukshana, that something might happen to her. Now, after this instance, the family tried very hard to not let any news or any happening in the world reach to Abhile. Why? Because any kind of news about any mishap anywhere in the world would make Abhile worry about Rukshana, because she had no idea about the world. And so if any bus fell in a ditch means khai, or if any shootout took place or anything bad happened anywhere in the world, Abhile would relate it to Rukshana, and she would say that ऐसा हुआ है, मतलब Rukshana is not safe, something must have happened to Rukshana, she must have died. So the family had to take certain precautions that no news should reach Abhile, because that would make her worry about Rukshana. Coming to the next theme, orthodox nature. Abhile was not in favor of Rukshana pursuing her studies outside Ladakh. This is the reason she would always admonish. Admonish means scold the family members for sending her granddaughter so far away. So the family had to talk to her and tell her that Srinagar was a very good place. It was a beautiful place. In fact, it was known as paradise. It is known as paradise on earth, and it was not because of any compulsion that Rukshana was there. She was there because they didn't have many facilities in Ladakh, so that is why she had gone out, so she could have a better future. Now the next theme is suspicions and doubts. She would always have her doubts that is Rukshana safe, and any news would trigger an interminable series of questions. Interminable is something that cannot be terminated, means unending series of questions. बहुत ही सारे सवाल एक के बाद एक. Is Rukhsana safe? Is she fine? She must have been there. Something bad must have happened to her. So every time a news came, her suspicions or her doubts, they would get triggered and she would start feeling very helpless. Next theme is confinement to home. So confinement to home means when you are limited. Confined means limited to a place. She was a village lady. Her entire life revolved around her house in the village. She had not even ventured means gone out 10 miles from her house or village. 10 miles is almost equal to your 16 kilometers or so. She had not traveled at all. One time that she went out actually was for the annual Dosmosh festival, which is held every winter to purge the town of all the evil. Purge means purify. This is a whole procession. Jhanki nikalti hai. You might have got a glimpse of that in the song from Jab We Met, the one where Kareena is dancing in Ladakh. That is the kind of procession that takes place during Dosmosh festival. So there is a huge crowd. Usme there are masked dancers and the people, they are wearing their traditional dress. But Abhile did not like it because she was not used to going out and so many people around. And when she returned home, she was like, my breath was squeezed out of me. I could not breathe properly. I'm having severe headache. I am not going to go again. Your next theme is tradition versus modernity. Another instance that the author tells us about is that the daughter of a distant relative named Dolma came visiting to their house. When Abhile saw her, she was not able to recognize her. The reason being that Dolma had come from Delhi and so she was wearing a modern dress. The family members knew that Abhile was staring at Dolma and she was trying to make out who this girl is. They were finding it very funny. The family members were trying to stifle their laughter. Stifle means control. Finally, one of them informed Abhile that Abhile, this is Dolma. And then Abhile realized and she was like, oh Dolma, this is you. I thought some Mem Sahib had come to our house. What are you wearing? This means that Abhile was not able to recognize Dolma only because of the getup Dolma was in. So this is another example of her simplicity, and because she was expecting everyone to be only in the traditional Ladakhi attire, so when her own relative wore something else, Abhile failed to recognize her. This is a very important question from your examination point of view, where they will ask you why did Abhile call Dolma a Mem Sahib. You will have to answer saying that that is because she was wearing a modern dress and so Abhile failed to recognize her and referred to her as Mem Sahib, which means someone who has come from the outside, who does not belong to the village, a modern woman. Abhile asked her, where have you come from, Dolma? Dolma replied that, Amma, I live in Delhi. And the next statement which Abhile made was, okay, great, then you must be meeting Rukhsana every day. Dolma corrected her saying, Delhi is very far away from Srinagar. Abhile felt a little bad, but then she was like, have you not met my granddaughter? Dolma further told her that she had spent 2 days in Srinagar on her way to Ladakh, but then she added that she was not able to meet Rukhsana because she was not able to find her address. Now Abhile almost shouted on Dolma saying, oh, what have you done? You were in Srinagar and you did not meet my granddaughter. Dolma was a guest. This was getting a little awkward. So finally, Abhile's daughter-in-law, that is Rukhsana's mother, had to intervene. She had to stop Abhile from getting more angry on Dolma, and she said, Abhile, Srinagar is a very big city. It has a population of about 4 to 5 lakh people, and until and unless you don't have the complete address of a person, you cannot find that person's house there. So that is why Dolma was not able to meet Rukhsana. Abhile was sad and she was in a bad mood and her eyes filled with tears because it was a bad sign for her that someone had come from Srinagar but was not able to find Rukhsana. Now the author has told us about another funny incident which took place when he was a young child. His uncle used to visit their village from town for the purpose of hunting. So one time what happened, he came and when he left, he forgot his double barreled gun. Double barreled gun is your Dunali. ये सबको पता होगा, okay? So that is used for the purpose of hunting. So he forgot that in the kitchen of Abhile's house. Now kitchen was the place where a battalion of children used to come and play. Battalion means a complete army. Okay, so a large group of children used to come and play in the house and they used to come to the kitchen as well. Now Abhile became very worried. She could not even sleep. Why? Because she had no idea about how a gun worked. She was so scared that she guarded the kitchen for 2 entire days. If it was any other room, she could have locked it, but the kitchen, she could not lock it, so she had to guard it the entire time. The reason being, she believed that if any child or anyone even touched the gun would explode, all the bullets would explode, and everyone would die. Now, Abba and Agu, Abba means the father, and Agu means the uncle. When they returned back to the village and they came to know about this entire episode on the third day, they laughed like anything. They made fun of Abhile, of course. Our next theme is exploitation of simple behavior by others. Simple means Sida Sada. People try to take advantage of such people because they know that this person will not be able to make out. So that is how it is. But the sad part is even the family members take undue advantage of such people, and same is in the case of Abhile. The author himself confesses, he has made this confession that he also used to take advantage of Abhile's simple nature. Now what happened, his room used to have all kind of pages, important papers, and the battalion of children who used to come to their house to play, they used to come to his room as well and they used to tear up all the pages. To stop this from happening, what the author did, he made a sad face and he went to Abhile and told her that Abhi, these are my official important papers. He further added that if anything happens to these papers, I will be penalized. Penalized means fined. Now when Abhi heard this, these words worked like magic on her. She guarded his papers in such a way that no child could even as much as look at his papers. Leave aside his papers, she started guarding all the papers which used to come to their house, be it the paper in which the vegetables were wrapped or the masalas were wrapped. She used to save all sorts of scraps which used to come to the house. Anything which would come under the category of paper, she would save it, and then whenever the author used to come to the house, to the village, she would present it all to him that these are your important papers. I have kept them safe. Now the next theme is indifference to changes occurring around. Next, the author generalizes all the grandmothers of his village or of around the world. He says that all the grandmothers, they are almost kind of same in their reaction towards the modern technology. And he talks about an instance when one Abhile, means another grandmother in their village, what she did, whenever she used to talk about aeroplanes, she used to switch to a very honorific speech. Honorific means इज्जत देती थी, बहुत इज्जत से बात करती थी. She used to say, oh, the plane Sahib has arrived. Sahib, she used to give honor. She took aeroplane as something very big and grand and some respectable being. She did not have the concept that it was a non-living thing. Sometimes what happens, the plane flies low and you can hear a lot of noise coming from the plane. So whenever that used to happen, this grandmother, she used to say that the plane Sahib must be facing a lot of difficulties. मतलब इनको बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही होगी, बहुत दिक्कत होगी, दैट इज़ वाई ही इज़ मेकिंग सो मच नॉइज. Some days when the aeroplane was very big, she would say the plane sahib was very big today. Now it was also said about one grandmother that when the plane came for the first time in their village, she went to greet the plane, to welcome the plane with a basket full of grass to offer it for it to eat. Another episode has been mentioned by the author, that Abhile, our Abhile, the one on whom the story is based, and another grandmother, her friend. Both of them, they went to watch a movie in a theater. Because it was their first time, their experience was not at all good. They had such weak eyesights, they were not able to experience the movie properly. They could only see some moving images and they were not able to make out much of the movie. The entire time they complained of feeling nauseous and having headache. Nauseous means man kharab hona, and headache because the light was maybe too bright for them. Although they didn't understand anything about the movie, but later on the author's elder sister told them the story that the main theme of the movie was about a mother-in-law's bad treatment towards her daughter-in-law. Saas Bahu pe movie thi. So now what happened? Every time anyone mentioned the movie, both the Abhis would start abusing the mothers-in-law, and very bitterly. Now the author tells us a little more about Abhi's friend, the other grandmother. She is also of the same age as our Abhile. She used to like to gossip. Now the author was used to listening to their gossip. So one day what happened? Both the Abhis were gossiping on the rooftop, and the author was standing on the staircase, and he was kind of listening to their chit chat. If they saw some well-dressed woman, they would call her a disgrace and talk bad about her. They would refer to some fatal accident, मतलब कोई बुरा accident सुना तो they would refer to it as this is a bad omen, ये एक अपशगुन है, which indicates that the world is going to end and the day of judgment, the final judgment is near. Now all was well, but what happened next? The other Abhi asked our Abhi about the well-being of Rukshana. And before Abhi could reply, the other Abhi, she informed Abhile that there were floods in Srinagar. Now, when the author overheard this, he became very upset. He closed the book he was reading because he knew that now Abhile would raise hell in the house. So Abhile got worried and she was like, La, floods? Where did you hear this news? So the other Abhi, she used to call Radio Reldi. So she said, I heard it on the Reldi yesterday. Now when the other Abhi told her about the floods, she also asked her that, didn't Bashir tell you? Didn't your sons inform you? And that made Abhi all the more upset. She was like, you know how my sons are, they don't tell me anything. So then she told the other Abhile that I want to go down, I'm not feeling well, my heart is thumping loudly. She was very worried about Rukshana. And the author he was on the staircase, he started running down home because he did not want to encounter Abhi when she was angry. And the moment Abhi reached down, she started shouting on everyone. She was like, didn't I tell you not to send Rukshana to Srinagar? You did not pay attention to my words. So the author's elder brother asked her, what is the matter? Why are you shouting on us now? What happened? And Abhile was like, there are floods in Srinagar, floods. And he got irritated. He was like, so what? It is a very big city. Earthquakes come, fires blaze, floods come. This is not a big deal. And Abhile was already worried about Ruksana, and when she heard about the fire and the earthquake, she became all the more worried. She put her hands on her ears because she did not want to hear anything bad related to Ruksana. She said, enough, I don't want to hear anything more. And she started crying. For the next many days, Abhile was so worried. So the family, they were concerned. Finally, they had to take her to Srinagar to meet Rukshana to convince her that she was doing fine. For someone who was not used to traveling, her travel experience was not good at all. She felt dizzy the entire way, and she vomited, and she had a very tough time. But somehow they reached Srinagar, and the moment she saw Rukhsana, she hugged her tightly and she cried a lot. The author and his elder brother, Rukhsana's father, told Abhi that, see, we told you that Rukhsana is doing well. You are so scared about her. She's so hale and hearty. Hale and hearty means healthy. For 2 days, Abhi rested because she was not feeling well after the long travel. And then after 2 days, Rukhsana took her around in Srinagar to visit all the famous places, Dal Lake, the Bags and all. For 4 days, Abhile was normal. After 4 days, she said that I want to go to Leh. I want to go back. I miss, and she listed everyone's name. I miss him, I miss her, I miss him. So I have to go back. And she was so insistent about that, they had to listen to her and book the tickets for the very same evening back to Leh. I hope that this chapter is clear to you, and in case if you face any difficulty or any problem, do let me know. God bless you. Love your parents. Stay home and stay safe.